Hello, anyone who's joining. Let's get some music. I can see Leo having a nap behind me. What a cutie. What a cutie. Okay. So, what we're doing is painting something like this. Not necessarily exactly, but these are what I create. This one is on a beautiful birch, slice of birch, and it's got the bark on the edge, which I love. I love having that natural element to something high energy and galactic, so that they balance each other and really anchor the energy. So I got my tea, I got my creative supplies, so I am so excited to just end the week with some painting with whoever decides to join. This was kind of last minute, so I won't be surprised if I'm painting all by my lonesome today. My tea is very hot. And now, let's get back to the chat in case anybody chats. So, I don't really have a plan. That's my favorite. But let's get organized. I'm gonna put this guy over here. And boop boop. So this camera is actually upside down. So you'll see what I'm doing upside down. And I'm going to get a pencil. From my creative mess. So I find these guys really helpful. I'm a graphic designer, so I make the shapes in Illustrator. But if you have any other graphic software or app, you can just make the shape, print it out, and it's on cardstock. So I've used this for many grids. Actually, I can show you. This guy is used from this template. And also this guy, same template. So you can reuse the shape and make totally different things. And it takes the pressure out of having straight lines and wanting things to line up. This is the only super perfectionist part. of the process that I do, because I like the rest of it to just be organic and free flowing. So I have, I feel it's an 8-inch square. That's like an inch and a quarter, I guess, high. So that's what I am working on today. And usually I just put the shape down, whatever shape I'm working with. I was hoping to get this part done before the live because it's not very exciting. And there's usually lots of cat hair in all of my work. Yes, there's one sleeping over there and one right over there. And then I need to get my tape. So yeah, then I use the tape to mask the shape, and that's how we get these like gorgeous, really clean lines. Which again is the only part of the process that I'm super perfectionist about. The rest of it, I'm like, whatever happens, happens, and as Bob Ross says, there's no mistakes, there's only happy accidents. And it also doesn't have to be super perfect. It can be a little wonky. Because I find if they're a little wonky, then it has more personality. And I try to, it's hard to see with the pencil, but I try to tape it just outside the line. So then you're going to paint over the pencil and you don't even have to worry because it'll just be gone. And if you enjoy watching this process and you think you might want to try, we have a painting night planned in June with the amazing Amethyst Boutique. So, since it's more than a month away, we haven't done any advertising, but I'm very excited to have a paint night and paint with people. So, yes, we're just getting these down. And then I usually like to put a few extra over any other exposed parts for when we add the stars. I'm not sure if I'll get to adding stars today. Because I also need to use some drop cloths because it's quite messy when I slide the stars in. But yes, this is going worth it. And hello to everyone who's joining. Let me know if the music is too loud. Just perfect. Oh, I discovered that there's nature sounds on here. So they can listen to the birds. And that's the best. Okay. We're almost getting to the fun part, I swear. Sometimes there's little splinters with these wooden pieces. So I really like when I'm painting these to pick a few colors, and I just use paper plates. I also have fancy palettes, but I prefer just painting and not cleaning. Like I do things really fast, so I find paper plates is easy cleanup, and you don't have to worry about cleaning your palette and getting it back to that beautiful. I mean, I would be the perfectionist that wanted it back to that white from the beginning. Okay, so we have our shape and we have the rest messed up. So I pulled some colors. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Phthalo cyanine blue, which is a dark navy. Prism violet, which is a gorgeous violet color. Medium magenta, which is a pink. Brilliant blue, which is like a really bright blue. And then I also have a different brand, but the metallics. So it gives that shimmer. And when you mix the metallic with other colors, the shimmer also goes in the other color. So this one has that. You can see the blues here have that shimmer, which I love. I love seeing the shimmer. Okay, let's go back to our vibe and music. Get too relaxed with the birds. Okay, so we are going to just plop some colors on here. And I love just seeing it go down on the palette. And you can, there's no rules to this part. And usually I just put a little on and then if I need more, I can put more on later. That gorgeous purple. And I usually like to have like a little bit of room where if I wanted to combine colors, there's room to do that. And then let's put this guy, which is a different, and this one is more liquid. Let's put it over here in the corner. Oh, yes. So now, can you tell that this is my star brush? It's so full of spatters. I usually like to use these brushes that are somewhat flat on the top. Because then you can really like stipple with the brush and mix the colors together right on the panel. You don't necessarily have to mix colors on your palette. And then we get to just play and paint and have fun. And I usually like to put dark colors around the edges and then work in some lighter colors randomly in the middle, or if I feel there needs to be a shape or highlight like going through somewhere. And like I say, I rarely ever have a plan. I just start painting and see what happens. Sometimes they turn out great. Sometimes not so much. But it's always fun. It's always a great experience. And sometimes I'll just mix two colors together and bring them in. And I'm using acrylic paints, which tend to dry pretty quickly. So that's why I try to work really fast. And get like a gob of paint down. But then you can go back and really blend it. So then you get rid of all of those harsh lines. And then what happens is this beautiful depth of colors blending that happens naturally in the cosmos. Just happens on your canvas. And you can always add more paint if you really don't like how one part looks. You can just paint right over it. I mean, there's no rules. The only rule is to play and have fun. And just create something. Trust. It's really about trusting more than anything. So this one looks like it's just going to be purple pink, even though I put blue out. And then you can just see how this is just beautifully coming together. And I love moving it around. What does it look like on this way? Is there a side that I feel is more the top? And then I just blend until I feel it looks how I think it's meant to look. But also not putting too much pressure on it. Needs to look a certain way. And like you just get these natural gradations of colors going from one to the other. And once in a while, a little pesky paintbrush. What's it called? Hair, I guess. Like, but they'll fall out. So if you keep an eye on it, you can grab them. But there are many art pieces that have those little gems in there too. The ones I didn't catch. They just add to the personality of the piece. Okay, I'm liking how this is. I even like some of where it didn't quite blend. That's okay. And then just like that, you got yourself a little galaxy, a little portal. So pretty. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I see sometimes the paint doesn't go all the way into the masking tape, so just getting some of those spots. Yeah. So let's put that one. Put this one aside to let it dry. It doesn't take long. Which way do you think it should go? That way? That way? That's the eternal, which way should it go? Okay, I forgot to get some water, so I'm going to get some water so I can put this paintbrush in it. I will be right back. Oh, hi, Brenda. Yay. Yes, and there's a never-ending supply of more things. So, well, this one, I'll just put it off to the side. And then this is a teeny weeny one, which here's some of these that I've started that they're just so magical. So we can use some of that blue. Maybe I'll green some green. Some green. Yes, thank you for being here, Brenda. It's such a fun thing to do at the end of the week. Just grab some paints. So yeah, this is vivid lime green. And let's just use some of that. Green. And there's usually like a bigger cloud, like if you think of the nebulas that are out in space, that put some blue here. Get some of the lighter blue closer. I also love when you can dip like half the paintbrush in one color and half in the other, and then as you dab it, just rotate the brush to help the colors mix so it won't look so linear. You can always add more if it gets too dark, too light. This music sounds like I'm on a clock. Like at the end of Mario Brothers, you're running out of time. Yeah, and sometimes if you have too much paint in your paintbrush, I just dab on the edge. And then I even fall in love with that. I'm like, oh my goodness, I like that too. Sometimes I'll also have like a darkish, more dark side on one. Hmm. At a certain point, you just have to stop. Wow. Yeah, you never know how it's gonna unfold and turn out. Okay. I guess that one's good too. So many layers of goodness. Be beautiful. And always paint on fingers. That means you're having a good time. Okay, let's get to some stars. So good. And we'll put the paint up here. I have cats, so I have to be careful. They'll get their little paws in them. I'll know better next time for setup. this part can be messy, so I use like it's just a dollar store tablecloth to make sure everything else around me doesn't get stars. Hello, Tamra. Yes, we just made on this beautiful pink and purple background, and I'm adding some stars, which I use acrylic ink, which is a little more fluid than paint. You can also like use paint but put water in it, but I find it's easier just to use this because it's already pre-made. And I'm going to need a new bottle soon. This one is getting gunky. But basically I just get some on my paintbrush. And then I'm gonna also move my microphone so it doesn't get stars. And then just flick. And I find when there's less on the brush, like after you've done it a few times, you can really get those finer little stars. Oh, I'm loving it. And I just rotate it so they're more random. They don't end up all being the same direction. And we're also going to bring this guy over. It's not quite dry, but we'll add some stars. Add some stars. Perfect. Okay. So now we got our stars on. I'm gonna put this one back over here for drying. And it'll take, usually this doesn't take very long to dry either because it is acrylic. time I find acrylics. Really do not take long. Boop, boop. So, yeah, look at all those beautiful stars on there now. Gorgeous. Yes. So let's give it another minute. And while that's drying, I have this guy that I painted a few days ago. I just love this deep blue up here. And then it goes into the dark greens, and then the light green, and then again this really dark blue at the bottom. So gorgeous. Okay. So now it's, as Bob Ross would say, the bravery test. You know, when you think his painting is finished, and then he puts a big old tree down the middle. So even though this would be beautiful on its own, I add to it with light language symbols, which my little salad pento salad, I always say it wrong. You know what I mean. I put light language on here just when I cleanse with the smoke. The light language is also infusing and helping put energy into the space. So, let's try some different music. There we go. Some more ambient, chill music. So usually I just like to stare at the piece for hours. No, look at the piece, see what it's saying to me. And it could even be like, what Galactic Federation does it relate to? What symbols feel right for it? And then I start putting it on the piece. Oh, here. I put so many things in different spots. So then I put these right on the piece. So let's see. It feels like it wants to be like here, 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 here. No. And sometimes the theme will come through when I'm putting the light language on. So I'm feeling this one is about heart energy. And connecting it to intuition. So blue representing third eye, green representing heart, and combining those with magic. By the way, oh, this juicy, gorgeous amethyst. And it's got little windows. Side note. often distracted. Yeah, usually I just test my marker to make sure it's flowing before I put it onto the wood. I'm also going to turn my light on so I can see a little better. This was always the scariest part. Because I'm like, if you mess it up, it's ruined. That's what goes through my mind every time. Even though I haven't messed one up ever yet. Okay. So yeah, just embracing and opening that heart energy. Welcoming in divine feminine. And embracing the unique you. And I never really know what it's going to look like again at this part. And just like have these beautiful things come out that feel like they're meant to be on this piece. Light language usually has swirling curves and lots of dots, at least the light language that I tend to channel. Yay! I'm so glad you're loving it, Tamara. Yeah, it's always interesting to see, you know, what comes through. And if it looks similar to something else I've done in the past, is it something brand new? The smaller light language is something I've started channeling recently. And when I first started, it was more like one big symbol in the middle, where it feels like it's telling more of a story now. Like there's something that needs to be brought through. This one feels pretty powerful. Yeah, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in numerology, 6 resonates with you. Like, I don't think I've ever drawn something like that before. Magical. Yeah, so this one and this one will be available on 5/5. This one is already available if anybody loves it with this gorgeous birch bark. And Arcturian, yay! I love my Arcturian galactic friends. Yes, and they, this blue in particular is very Arcturian. And I've seen some people can connect with whatever nebula this is, and can hear from their intuition, from their guides, where it's from. So I love getting all the feedback of, how does it resonate with an individual. And yeah, it's very much love, heart energy, and a remembering. That's the part where I get that enough. Is there anything else? And I'm hearing yes, that is done. So that one is done. And I'm so glad that I have this recording so I can go back and write down what I was talking about when I was going through. Because I wanna just speed through them and paint them all, but I just want to remember what was being channeled when it was being painted. So this is one of my favorite parts. And we get to take this masking tape off. And because the tape is green, the colors can look different. So when you take the tape off, it looks totally different. Even though you can see what it looks like. You can see purple and pink. And then sometimes this will be finished as is. Sometimes I feel called to put a layer of Mod Podge, which just protects it. Usually if they're pieces like this where I feel people will be putting crystals on them, which I also have this gorgeous tower, which wants to sit right there. Which is clear quartz with some inclusions of, I feel, fluorite and other elements, which commonly people put garden quartz when they have those inclusions. Okay, ready? I love this part. And because it's all connected, we can do it in one. Yeah. Oh god. Oh wow. Yeah, I love when there's so much depth. So many colors just in one tiny thing. Yes, it's also one of my favorite color combos, which is why so many mine are purple and pink. So which way? I feel it's meant to be like this. So like this dark point at the bottom, this at the top. So for you it'll be a little upside down. And hi Lynn, thank you. So many of these ladies already have one of these. Okay. It's time to decide that bravery test again. What do we put on it? Do we do a similar design with the outside? Yes. Lynn has one similar to this with the gorgeous birch, which is one of my favorites to work on. I'm kind of seeing a square. Which we can usually get the shape out again. And once the paint is dry, it's pretty durable. Maybe half. Then I can improvise. So yeah, I just want the straight line. Then I'll go over it. Marker. One of my cats is interested in the masking tape I just Okay. Another bravery test. And I usually find going in short little strokes help keep it straight. So you don't have to worry about a little wobbly, but it's cool. It's okay. We're all a little wobbly. Oh, and interesting. They want it to go behind. So it's like it's on top here and then it goes behind. Which I also haven't done before. Whew, I'm liking it. Ta-da! Okay. So, yeah, I usually put my little, like this represents territory. I usually put that where I want the bottom to be so I don't get lost. Yeah, there wants to be some dots to bring the energy out. And sometimes the paint goes into the wood and creates these textures. And again, they don't have to be perfect. That's the wrong corner, but we're gonna leave it because those ones will get one dot. See? You just, whoops, happy accident. It definitely feels like that. between worlds. Between worlds energy. Yeah. It's yeah, I don't have the words to describe it, but I know you can feel it. It's yeah. So thank you, Tamara, for the beautiful compliment. Now it's time for bravery test again. Yeah, so this one feels like a whole, like not totally different energy, but a different space in the galaxy. And it feels like that star, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tamara, but the star chakra that's like a foot above the crown. It feels like that energy, and embodying that energy. And what's coming through is wanting a line down here. Thank you, Tamara. Don't make me cry. Soul star energy. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's that soul star energy. And it feels like bringing that authentic, true soul energy into the physical. That's what it feels like this grid is bringing in. And they very much want, yeah, a line of light language down this way, and then flipping it down this way to balance. So, like bringing those together in harmony. Do I have no? I want the smaller. So these are amazing. These are just one for all acrylic markers, and this one's metallic gold, and one tip is really thin and one tip is thicker. So for example, this one I used the thicker tip to do the lines, and then the thinner tip to do the so make sure I use the right one. Okay, Soul Star. Oh, it makes me so happy. Sometimes they want um, similar like codes when it's to balance, but um, it feels like this one wants to be different, which is always a bit of a relief because my perfectionist eye would be trying to make them perfectly the same. But they're not meant to be in this case. And sometimes they like interweave symbols. Like these two really wanted to be it. Amazing Tamara. Hmm. Yeah, it feels like it wants a little bit here. And it's kind of like the four corners, but what I'm seeing is that they're not actually corners. So it's more the star points. Hmm. Yep. And they do want this to. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, and they really wanted these triangles to be there. And then this gorgeous, juicy portal in the middle. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. We'll do our one little thingy, or one little thingy. The little, this little guy, which is the size of a coaster, but I have some little easels that they can be displayed on. They could also go on your altar. And is that what you're going to name it, Tamara? Purple Harp? Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this. I gotta make sure I have the put my little feel this is the sort of how it's going to be situated. Boop. And this one feels also texturing. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Tamara. I loved having you here. And I will do this again. Because it's so much fun painting with friends. I must need this one to be up higher, but I feel like some along. So this guy wanted kind of 4 swoops. Around the it is. It wants to be all connected. But not perfect. So yeah, that's how that one wanted to come out. So it's got like 4 points and then these columns connecting, which I feel is also the heart opening crown energy. So amazing. Well, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, these will be available on Sunday on my website. So if you see one that you feel called to, make sure to grab it when they go live. And I am going to sign off. It was so amazing to have you here, and for everyone who dropped in, who commented, who just said hello. Thank you. I work on these often, and I thought, why not share how they're made? Each one comes out totally unique. No two are identical, even though the colors I use are the same. They're not at all the same. So like this one and this one, I use the same colors and they're completely different. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a great evening, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.